All right, man. Let's get to it now. Apparently, Andre Ward said that he wanted to told Floyd Mayweather that he wanted him to arrange a fight for him to take on uh Jake Paul. So I really ain't really mad about Andre Ward throwing his hat into the sweepstakes, but that's cool. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase the chance of notification. We go live drop video. Let's go.
Well, I spoke to Andre Ward. If you guys seen us talking on stage, at the International Boxing Hall of Fame, we was talking on stage. Andre Ward was talking to me, and it's crazy. Andre Ward said he didn't mind doing an exhibition against Jake Paul. Now,
And then he also went on to talking about Logan Paul wants a rematch and a new guy that's working behind the scenes for him. If I remember, I'll get to it later. All right. So he basically said Andre Ward was looking to take on Jake Paul, and that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And if Andre Ward want to do that, I don't think Andre Ward hurting for money. Maybe he itching to get back in the ring, and Floyd Mayweather's paving the way for exhibitions, right? And people see easy amount of money to get on there, but the thing about doing exhibitions, people got to be interested in seeing the particular fighter in there. You got to have some type of cachet, you got to have some type of entertainment value. And like I said before, Andre Ward is a good name in the sport, but is his name translate over to the entertainment world of the sport where Jake Paul is going to take that risk? That's the $1,000,000 question. That's the $1,000,000 question. So, like I said before, Andre Ward, one of the best boxers to ever do it ever. Will Jake Paul fight a real boxer? Now, Andre Ward is retired, but he ain't retired looking like Prince Nassim Hamed though. He ain't that retired. Andre Ward still look like he in great shape. Come on, we already know y'all boy not gonna take that risk in Jake Paul. You know, he not gonna take that risk. Andre Ward looking prime shape, bro. He still look good. He still like he can come back. And he was just possibly talking about coming back, and people talking about him coming back, fight better BF, or coming back, fight Canelo Alvarez, and he's still looking that type of shape. So is Jake Paul really gonna knock on that door? Come on now. Come on now. He probably try to fight somebody like James Toney. Come on, we know the answer to the question. We already know what it is. We know what type of party that is. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't about that life. Come on, he ain't about that life. So I mean, you know, so like I said before, man. I mean, I don't think he can facilitate that. I don't think he can facilitate that. So, that's just my humble opinion on it. I definitely could be 100% wrong. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see Jake Paul taking that. I don't see him. I don't see him. Stepping up doing that. So, I mean, no. Can Andre Ward get an exhibition with Mike Tyson or somebody like that? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe he could. So maybe that could work for him. But somebody like Andre Ward, who's still in shape, who got all his faculties and all of that, and Andre Ward, I don't think he's came out and said it wasn't or it was true, but I can double check his Twitter and see, what the business is on that. But I mean, yeah, that's easy money. Who would come back for easy money? Andre Ward is a 175 pounder. Jake Paul is fighting at cruiserweight. I mean, why not? But the only thing I could think about why that won't work is because Andre Ward, you know, is still in shape, still in prime. His name might not be big enough, but then again, people say Tyson Fury not big enough, and so and so. So so you can know how you try to get out there. So I don't think he said too much about it. He ain't came out and denied it. He ain't came out and denied it. So something to look at. But he ain't came out and said like it's true or not true or untrue. But why would Floyd just lie like that? So Floyd can facilitate. If Floyd can facilitate that fight for him, so be it. I'll buy it to support. I would buy that one to support Andre Ward and support Jake Paul getting beat up. You know, I'll buy it, support Ward. But like I said before, Jake Paul ain't knocking on that door now. Apparently, they going around saying that Jake Paul is fighting Tommy Fury. What is it, August 5th? That's what they going around saying. That's the rumor that he could be fighting Tommy Fury. I could care less. I think I seen Tommy Fury fight on one of his undercards. I was not impressed. Um, yeah, I was not impressed at all. So if he fighting Tommy Fury, so be it. I don't care. That's on him. I don't think much of Tommy Fury. I don't think much of Jake Paul as a fighter. I think he is an improving fighter. Is what he doing for the game is good. I don't really care about the women boxing aspect of what he doing. I don't care what he doing in the ring fighting people. I don't really care what he doing. Um, he making this money off the sport, and that's what it is. That's what it is. He making his money off the sport. He getting his snaps. He getting his ends. He getting his pesos, and that's what he doing. He ain't doing this to better the sport or whatever. All this shit is for the money, bro. He could be helping the person here and there, but that ain't his intent. That ain't his intent. You know, that ain't his intent. So you can say all that you want to say. That's his intent to help Serrano and all that, man, bro. He helping them on the way, but if it wasn't no money in it for him, he wouldn't be doing it, bro. Come on. And if he said we ain't, you do this for free, would he be doing it now? You go back to Disney Channel. Let's be real. He go back to the Disney Channel and do what he doing over there. So let's just keep it 100. Do it really bother me what he doing? No. Showtime already don't got no dates. So to let you, that's what they think of. That's what they think about their fighter. Jake Paul got a deal, has a network deal with you know, you know, has a deal with Showtime. Jake Paul has a deal with Showtime, right? Well, name me a PBC fighter got a deal with Showtime or Fox. Come on, I'll wait. None. None. So we can continue to say what you want to say, bro. None. None. And this dude come over there and got a deal, and he making more money than every fighter not named like Wilder and Floyd and stuff of that nature. So think about that for a minute. He ain't over there getting cheap. He taking dates away from Al Heyman, dates that they don't even have to give for clown boxing. Where people want Bud and Errol Spence to fight. Some people the Mercedes Benz Dome in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He then fought there with Triller. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Triller didn't think he was worth anything, so they let him go. But apparently, Showtime seen it go. Might as well let you know they don't have fight days for their fighters to fight 3 or 4 times a year, or shit, 2 times a year, barely. But they got big money and fight days to give to Jake Paul. Jake Paul got a network deal. Jake Paul really wanted to fight on and Jake Paul really wanted to fight on CBS. He could. He doing all the things that they fighters can't do because ain't none of them niggas superstars. And Jake Paul really ain't either. His numbers, his last pay per view did the same thing that Tank did, like 60,000 pay per views. They were saying he ain't no damn stud. He ain't no star neither. It's a clown show, man. He eating. And Showtime probably losing money off that man in a minute. Showtime, man, if Viacom was smart, if they were smart, man, they wouldn't be messing with boxing, bro. They wouldn't be messing with boxing if they were smart, bro. They'd be finding something they can feel that they'd be finding something they could feel that programmer with. Because at the end of the day, it ain't worth it. It ain't. At the end of the day, it ain't worth it. You know, how many pay-per-views would Andre Ward bring in for him? It'd be interesting because people want to see him fight an actual boxer. And on top of that, Andre Ward just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So that might make a lot of sense. That might make a lot of sense. That might make a ton of sense. But, you know, the rumor is he fighting Tommy Fury. Fury getting cruiserweight sparring and all of that type of stuff, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. I can care less. It was supposed to happen. You know, I don't expect him to fight a real fighter. And if he was going to fight an MMA person, the only one I would want to see him fight off the top of my head is Anderson Silva. He fought Andre Ward. I'll buy and see him get beat up. You know, but other than that, man, like he ain't gonna sucker me. I don't care how many tickets he sell in Cleveland. I don't care how many tickets he sell and Mercedes Benz done, which ain't nobody really come to that. Care nothing about none of that. Care less. But no, that is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. All my social media links there. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video quest, and my link tree. All that's there, man. So make sure you check the link tree. I got my Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all there. So let me know what you girls and guys think. One time for the one time. Good Fellas Sports TV. Peace.